crazy out here. So why the internet's still working and why people can still view this live, I don't know if everybody pay attention to everything that's going on, but it's about to be a lot of cyber attacks. It's about to be a lot of things going on to where you might not be able to respond to family, friends. Your cell phones might not work. The internet might not work. Facebook might not work. And if you don't remember the old days, like I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up in the old days. We had flashlights. We played outside. We played basketball. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't figure out what was going on in the world. Well, it's about to come back to that time, y'all. And not just that though. Like our value of our money is really becoming no value. If you see what's going on, every time we have the Federal Reserve make up more dollar bills for the dollar bill, the percentages go up. As the percentage rise up, the bill become less fortunate. Like it's not, the worth of the bill is becoming not worth anything because the cost of everything is going up. Now, by that being said, they have to create more money. The more money they create, the more our money is not, the worth of our money will not be worth anything. And it's sad that we don't see what's going on. It's sad that we don't got people paying attention to what this world really up to. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't think y'all understand, y'all. We the people allow ourselves to put somebody in the office who agenda was to start the Great Reset. We are living in the Great Reset. The Great Reset is to make everything bad for the whole country, the whole world, to where we have to ask for help from somebody, or we gonna need things that we're not already offered. Like it's people out here who's prepared for this. Like if you rich, you got it made, and you have plenty of money saved up. Your homes have generators. Your home will still be able to run power. Your home will still be able to be on the internet or whatever the case may be. Because generators is gonna be on it, but it's gonna be certain elite people that's gonna be able to see what's going on around the world. That's gonna be rich or famous people or people who are part of the elite economy. We have an elite economy. That's why they're trying to dispose of the poor and people who don't got nothing going on. The pandemic was to lower the population because they already feel like the population in this world is already at 10 times high. But since this war been going on, everybody been fighting a war with weapons or whatever the case may be, but they ain't paid attention to the United States. Ain't really, they're not putting it out there that they reopening everything, and they ain't talking too big on the pandemic. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like our government and our country, USA, our country, are in control of this virus. Like, okay, people went out there and say I got the shot or whatever the case may be. Them shots was not to help you. Them shots was to test something on you. Them shots was not to help you build your immune system. Them shots was to see whatever they got in them shots, to see what it will do to you, how you react, because it's really something else. Now, what's going on in other countries? See, they're not gonna tell you. They created this pandemic not to hurt America like that, but more like to hurt the other people in other countries. I feel like that in America, that I be seeing these planes fly at night. I feel like they be spraying stuff to kill the virus in our country. Like they already know the cure. They already know what to do to keep our people alive. It's weird. But since this war been going on, and since the situation with Putin and China and all that stuff started going on, they said that right now, over there in other countries, that they have the worst pandemic that has gone on in the history of pandemic in the last 2 years. They said that right now, the pandemic is 10 times worse in China than it have ever been the last 2 years. Which means that we're starting a war in a different way. or we're creating a war in a different way. While they're trying to take over Ukraine and all that, I believe that our government have something to do with these biolabs setting off their agenda. They purposely told that we have biolabs over the other countries, but they didn't tell you that these biolabs carry different diseases that's going to cause another pandemic for the countries. So it's almost like they set it up to let off another disease to destroy everything that's going on over there. And they said several countries have been hit with new viruses they can't explain. This is not no coincidence why we're dealing with a war that another pandemic just strikes and hit a country that, teamed up with Putin. And they're really not helping Putin because of what they're dealing with. So it's a lot of stuff going on that's not being addressed, not being shown. And the internet is twisting all news and media, making it look like this, that, this, and that, this, and that. Making it like, they're fighting a war in Ukraine, starting to win. Like, they're making false allegations. They're making false news. They're creating false things. They're making it the real reason why Putin hit Ukraine, because he found out that information. And they've been wanting to add that back part to Russia for the longest time. Now that they, moving in and doing what they're doing, the reason why everybody's pitching in to help, because they have something to do with these biolabs. The United States is not the only one that have something to do with these labs. It's all out there. And each place that's getting taken or captured, or whatever the case may be going on, it's exposing what's going on, and they have the information on what's going on. And it's a lot of stuff that's about to be shown. Now that they're getting all this information and stuff, they don't want us and the people to know. So the best thing they can do is, hey, we're going to have a big cyber attack so people can't get this information what our own country is doing. But little do you know, when Trump was in office, he told us what these evil people wanted to do. He told us if we let them have the power to run things, what was going to happen. They made Trump look like he was crazy, he was bad, he was this, but that was all so they can get in the spot they need to get into to do what they're trying to do. Now, the agenda of America is not the agenda of America. The agenda of the government is what's going on right now. They're willing to sacrifice all their people to create their agenda to do what they're doing. But little do you know, you're hurting your people. You're hurting your families. You're hurting your friends. All because of greed and money. I'm so sick of paying taxes to somebody who's using my money to do wicked things. It's not fair. It's not fair that my family members have been enslaved into this country and we still have to pay taxes. It's not fair that I come from two backgrounds that's been diminished from their land and their country. Yes, the African tribes that came from Africa and the Indian tribes is already here in North America. Everything has been taken from them. They gave them their little lands and say, hey, look, these are, reserves for the Indians, blah, blah, blah. But I have Cherokee, I have Blackfoot, and I also have African American. So by that being said, I have, cultures that's been devastated and killed and slaughtered to run this country, to have this country stand up and become a united country for, which it stands, one nation, but it ain't under God. We just gonna keep it fun. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it real. But I'm asking for all my praying people out there to just come through and pray for our country. Like, we need to stand together in prayer. We need to stand together and fight in the spirit, because not only is it a physical war, it's a spiritual war. But A lot of people don't see it as a spiritual war because they're not in tune to their spirit. They don't know that they have a spirit in them. They don't know nothing about the spiritual being. But they claim to not know about God, and God has presented Himself in many different ways. But also, how can you proclaim not to know God, but you accept all this wickedness like Satan is real? How is Satan real, but God not real? Make that make sense to me. I can't even make that make sense to me. But we, the people, have to stand together and unite spiritually. I need more people who are willing to, get in their closet, fast from your favorite stuff, fast from your favorite food, fast from different things that you like, and build your spirit up, because we need something to move spiritually with power. And the only way you can gain God's power and His strength and His might is to give up the things of your ways and your will and your wants, and start putting your all into Him in your prayers, in your walk, and your seeking Him. It's time for a big change, because what's going on, I don't want people to miss out what God will do in their life. Show them that, hey, look, I run the show still while Satan doing all this. We see what Satan is doing. We see Satan using our president. We see Satan using the government. We see what's going on around the world. But I need more people to, step up and get to praying, and call out things the way it were like it was, and trusting God to do something better and different for our lives, our children's lives, because we still have to be here for, a period of time. I don't know when things is going to come, like, in the Bible, like the rapture and things like that. I don't know when it's going to happen. But I'm preparing on my friends. I'm preparing on my people to, get into prayer with God, talk to God, get to know Him, create a relationship with Him, get to know who your Father really is in this world, get to see His love, because we supposed to receive His love and give His love out to those who need love. We can't look at things the way that really people look at things. We can't respond the way that really people respond to things. Yes, we see a lot of wickedness. Yes, we see a lot of killing. Yes, we see a lot of things going wrong. But do we stand firm in that Bible and in God's Word? No. We need to. We need to do a lot better. We need to change a lot of our ways and our actions. And we need to know that God is about to do something, which He already been doing it, but He's about to take it to a whole new level. Awesome. I love y'all, and I'm thankful for y'all, and I'm thankful for what God doing in y'all life. And I pray that He send, His angels, and His people down to protect, hold you, cover you, keep you. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen, amen. Now, I just thank God for what He's doing in my life, and what He's going to continue doing in my life. A lot of these days ain't promised, a lot of years ain't promised, a lot of this time ain't promised. But I want y'all to understand one thing: God is still in control in the midst of all this wickedness. Don't be afraid to give God the love that you give your parents, your friends, and the people around you. Don't be afraid to come to God the same way you come to people. Don't be afraid to change your ways up, to accept God and His kingdom, because you being saved. My bad. You being saved is going to protect you.